Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I can share my screen na, no, coach.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll share sound too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, share. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Uh,
Yes.
Yes? Yep. Okay. All right, open ko lang. Ano lang, it's just a little bit of introduction, like
yes.
what we're going to talk about today, and then I'll run you through of like the step-by-step process and how creating your ads using Canva. Okay. All right. So for this one, guys, just feel free to stop me if I use a word na hindi nyo masyadong naintindihan or if my pace is too fast. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just let me know. All right. So today we'll be using Canva in terms of creating our ads, our video ads. Okay. So first one, question. So what other apps or software do you use when you're doing your ads? I just want to know kasi ako Canva talaga yung ginagamit ko. So maybe you have other tools that you use. So I just want to know as well. Anybody? Maybe
Yeah,
Reels
and
or directly sa
CapCut.
Clipchamp.
phone? Oh yeah,
CapCut.
CapCut. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Clipchamp. I
think.
use Clipchamp.
Ano yan, Dita?
Clipchamp na Microsoft.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I've heard of that too. So what about your experience or your level of experience in Canva? So how often do you use it or first timers ba tayo? So I just want to know so I can pace the way I teach for this one.
If
Moderate.
you rate it as a beginner, a moderate, and an
Yeah,
experienced,
yeah.
right?
Intermediate.
Intermediate.
Intermediate. Okay,
Yeah.
good, good. Okay, so meron na tayong a little bit of a background, I guess. So that's good. Okay, next one. So the goal for the presentation today is just to use Canva more efficiently, meaning time saving. Kasi nga, this is just a side hustle and we want to maximize our time as much as we could. So maybe I could give you some tips on how to do some creative ideas na siguro mas mapapabilis in doing your ads, okay? And of course, using Canva effectively. The good thing about Canva is it has a lot of templates, elements that you can use freely, na very customizable. You can make it your own. So, in doing it effectively, paano mo mabibigay yung message mo sa audience mo, right? So, it's all about sending your message to your audience, okay? And also, in with the things that I'll tell you or the tips and tricks, hopefully you can use Canva not just for your ads, but hopefully in your post, okay? Maybe not just for Facebook ads. Hopefully you can use it with your YouTube or Google ads or TikTok or something like that. So that's the goal for today, okay? So next question. Why Canva, right? So there are a lot of tools out there, especially when we're doing our Millionaire Mastermind. They show us a lot of different softwares, AIs on how you edit or make your ads, right? So why Canva? Canva is actually pretty good because it has a lot of templates, as I've mentioned, and also it allows collaboration. So what do I mean by collaboration? Canva is very accessible in terms of having just a Wi-Fi and a device. Okay. So pag meron na kayong Wi-Fi, pag meron na kayong device, let's say you have your phone, your PC, your computer, you can use your Canva. Okay. It's a type of software na once you're logged in with your email, you can just simply work anywhere. So for me, as an example, I don't work from home. I actually commute every day to work. So there are times that I get breaks and I need to squeeze in business time, right? So what would I do is I don't bring my laptop with me. It's pretty heavy. So what I do is when I have my desktop at work, I just log into my Canva and I just continue my work. So that's the best part about Canva. You don't have to bring your physical device, but you can work from anywhere. You even have Canva as an app. So you can even use it in your phone on the go. So that's why I like Canva. Next one. You're probably wondering like, is Canva Pro necessary? So for this one, I would say it's not necessary for you to create something really creative in Canva. I don't think Pro is really needed. But in terms of creativity, and in my opinion, as having something in the design background, I would say it's wait lang hinihingal ako. I would recommend that yes, get Canva Pro. It has a lot of templates. And at the same time, it saves you a lot of time na parang merong mga certain elements that are not really available unless you get Canva Pro. So it's not that bad. I think it's just 150 USD per year. And you could do it with your tax refund. So I would recommend just get Canva Pro. Okay. And a little bit about this as well. I'm not saying Canva is the best thing in using your ads or your videos. It's just about finding the right tool that works for you, right? It's like finding the right tool for the job. So maybe when we're doing our masterminds, you'll see something like, oh, I think this app is better for me because it aligns with my goals. I find it easier to do. Okay. So it's just about finding the right tool that works for you. So maybe when we go through our session today, you'll find that, oh, Canva is easy. Maybe I could just do it. Okay, with a lot of the things or with a lot of the softwares that are available now, my suggestion would be just focus on one or two. Just find something that works for you, like one or two, maybe doing it in your Facebook Reels like right away, or maybe doing Canva or CapCut, and then focus on that too, and then master it. Always practice. I think it's a it's about finding the efficiency that works for you. Okay? So our lesson plan for today would be Canva as a workspace. So I'll try to do it in just a tamang pace lang. That's not too fast, not too slow. On what we learn in Canva. Okay, so there again, I mentioned there are a lot of templates that you can use. How do you upload? Meaning, how do you put in your videos, your photos in Canva? Okay, and of course, how you download. So how do you get your file, and how do you put it in your Facebook? How do you put it in your TikTok, and how do you put it in, I don't know, a flash drive maybe. Okay, so we'll work into that. And of course, since the focus of our session for today is video ads, we'll talk about what are the elements of a video ad. It could be like a combination of video and a photo, or it could be a combination of, or a series of photos as a video. And then, of course, you have to put an audio, okay, and text. So we'll go through that one by one, okay? All right. Okay lang tayo, guys.
Okay na, okay. We got it. We're warming up.
Okay, so before my process would be just trying to tell you the step by step in creating the ad. Okay. But before I tell you the process, I just wanted to show you my ad. This ad that I did, I think this is the ad that I got a lot of leads. Not super many, but I got a lot of leads. So I just want to give you an idea of what kind of ad we can make in Canva. Okay. So I'll just play it real quick and let
Hi,
me know
I'm
if you can
Beatrice,
hear the
and this is
voice.
how a simple side hustle transformed my life.
I used to think that working harder was the only way to achieve the life that I dreamed of. As much as I loved my job, it consumed most of my time and energy. I found myself spending less time with my family and myself.
And with the rising cost of living, I felt more left behind.
So I worked even harder, but that exhaustion turned into a burnout. I feared I will never have a secure future, that all my efforts might not be enough to build the life that I truly wanted. Then one day, I stumbled upon this side hustle. At first, I had my doubts, but as I studied more about it, it became clear that it was the right opportunity for me. And since then, I saw life from a new perspective. It pushed me out of my comfort zone, but it allowed me to unlock some skills I never knew I had. I learned how to balance my efforts in a way that felt more fulfilling. In the end, it wasn't about working harder. It was about finding an opportunity that truly worked for me. My story may be one of many, but my goal is simple: to achieve the freedom that everyone wants and everyone deserves. I want to inspire others to dream boldly, to believe passionately, and to take action. So there you go, guys. That was my ad. So I'll teach you how to create that ad step by step. Not exactly the same, but the concept of putting the videos, the photos, the text, and even the transitioning of the frame to your canvas space. Okay?
Yes.
Did the, ano ba, coach, did the clip or the audio, did you guys hear it?
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, thank you. All right, let's go back. So that was the sample ad that I had. So first step. Okay, so the first step in creating your video or whatever creation that you'll have, because again, like I mentioned, you can use Canva in many things, not just for your videos. Maybe you would want to use it for your post. Maybe you'd want to use it in creating your business cards. or any type of advertisement that you would want for your business. I think I use Canva too to add that ID signature when you're trying to send your email to or a response to your leads or something like that, just to make it more personalized, right? So let's start. So again, step one in creating your video is have an idea, because everything starts with an idea, right? So you have to have an idea, gather your videos, take your videos, gather your photos. Think of like what are you going to do? What are you think of your layout already in your head, right? So gather them. Okay. So write down your thoughts, write down your captions, write down your text. So that will always be the first step in creating something. Have an idea. Okay. So go to your Canva. Okay. Again, I have the Pro, so I'm not 100% sure what yours looks like right now dun sa mga walang Pro. But I'll tell you later on like what features do you have as a Pro and non-Pro. Okay. So the first one is always having your page. So just like creating an art, you have to have a piece of paper, right? So that's the same thing for Canva. So for Canva, all you have to do is it's either type in a word, maybe you have an idea in your head. Let's say I'm trying to create a series of photos for my ad, right? You only have photos, so a series of photos. So maybe a good word for that is like as a template, okay? It's either maybe a photo dump. Okay, so I'm right here on my screen and I'm typing on the template. I'm just simply typing photo dump. Okay, enter. So as you can see on the top, it's just the designs that I've used before. But right here, you have a dozen of templates, millions actually. Okay, so you could just choose one of these. Okay, just choose maybe there's something that you would want. Because again, template allows you to save some time because you can just simply select an element and just replace it with yours. That's the beauty of Canva template. Okay. So let's say there's something that caught my eye. Let's say something like this. Okay. So it's just a photo dump. Once you click it, it would ask you if you could customize this template, and you could just simply click on it. Okay. So now you have that template. You can just simply edit it. Okay. So this is the beauty of having a template. So for the Canva Pro, okay, you have this icon right here at the top. It says resize. Okay. So again, I'm trying to teach you guys on how to use Canva more efficiently and more effectively, not just for ads, maybe for something else. Maybe you like this template, but it's not really the size that you need. Okay, maybe you would want to use it for your Facebook post. So maybe this is not the right size, or maybe you would use it for something else. Okay. So in Canva Pro, again, this is a pro setting. You can have a resize button. So you can just simply click on it and just choose what type of size you would want. As you can see, Canva customized it already. It's let's say you want to use it in your social media, you want to use it for work, maybe. So you have different sizes here. Okay, so just simply click on the size that you would want, and then Canva would just resize it for you to scale nicely. Okay, so that's one good thing about Canva Pro. Okay, so for us, I'm not going to focus on that because we're not doing anything else other than our video ads. So I just wanted to share with you that you can resize whatever template, okay, that you would want. Just resize it. So that's already pro tip number one, okay? So again, I just wanted to show you the template. So I'll just go back to my Canva right here. I don't really want a template. I want to start fresh. Okay, so if you want to start fresh, you can just simply create design right here. Okay, so click create design. Okay, and just type in the size that you would need. So for this one, since we're creating an ad, I usually use a mobile video size. So I'm just typing mobile video, and that's the first option. So just simply click on it. Okay. So now you have this blank space. So this blank space is your page. Okay. So before I go through the elements, I just want to teach you on like what are you seeing here in your canvas space. Okay. So again, on the upper left, okay, you have your resize, editing, your file. Okay, we'll go through them later on. And then here at the bottom, you have your play button. So your play button is the one that it shows a preview of what you did so far. Okay, and you have that timer at the bottom. It says 5S. So meaning you have 5 seconds of clip so far. Okay, so later on, you'll see once we put in videos, photos, that number will change because that number will depend on how long your video is. Okay. And then you also have duration. So duration, once you click on it, it's just another setting where it's either you want it elongated or you just want to like minimize that clip. Okay. But I find it really useful that it's bigger, so I'll just leave it like that. Okay. And then you also have a play button right here. This one is just the same thing. It's also a preview, but it's just a bigger preview. Okay. Unlike this one, it's just going to be a preview of what you see right here. But then if I click this one right here, it's a bigger preview. Okay. So same thing. All right. So now that you know your workspace, you have a blank space. Okay. So how do we add elements to it? Okay. So that brings us to step 2. Okay. Step 2 is uploading your elements. Okay, so again, what are the elements? Your videos, your photos, right? Okay. So remember when I mentioned that you can have your Canva in your phone? So pro tip number 2, what I do is I usually take, well, most of us, right? We take our photos and our videos using our phone, right? But then it's such a hassle to put in your video or your photo like from your phone to your PC. For me, I just find it easier to have to edit my stuff in my PC, right? But then it's such troublesome to have your photos and your videos on your phone and then bring it to your PC, correct? So what I do, what I find it easier that when I have my Canva, I'll just open up my Canva right here. Okay. See, I have my Canva app right there. Okay. Because I'm just using the same email, right? So whatever you have as a file, you'll see it the first one. So this is that untitled design that we're doing, which is the one that you see on my screen right now. Okay. And if I go here on my PC, if I click uploads, that's where you upload your elements, your photos, your videos, or your audios, right? So for me, what I do is I just go to my phone and then I look for that same icon, upload. I upload a file. Okay. I go through my gallery. So I'm doing this real time, guys. So I'll just show you like how fast it is to upload from your phone to your PC. I go to my gallery and I look for a photo. Okay, I think I have a recent photo right here. Okay, I have a photo right here of like a birthday cake. Just going through my gallery, very random. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to upload. Okay, so now it has been uploaded on my phone, but I haven't seen it here in my PC. So what do I do? All you have to do is click that refresh on your Chrome or whatever you're using, and then go back to upload again. And there you go. That's the birthday cake that I was talking about, right? So it's easier. So that's pro tip number 2. That's how you upload your videos or upload your images. Okay, that easy. You don't have to plug in another cord or whatever. Just have your Canva app and have your Canva loaded up in your PC as well. Okay? So, in uploading your elements, again, just simply go to upload. As you can see, you have 3 tabs here, your images, your videos, and your audio, okay? So for this one, guys, the first thing that I'll do first is let's do maybe like a series of photos as a video. Okay, so I'll just put in random photos here for now. Okay, so I have this, okay? And then for this one, as you can see, we only have one sheet of paper right now, like our page, right? So how do we add page? So to simply add page, you can just simply go down here and click on this one. It says add page. Okay. Another way could be just simply click on that 3 dots on the top and just look for duplicate page. So that's one way. Or maybe you would want to duplicate this one that already has a picture of it. Same thing, you could just simply duplicate. Okay. And then you can also rearrange your pages by just simply dragging them. So click and drag, click, hold, drag. So that's how you use your pages. All right. So again, I'm just doing a series of photos for now. So let's say maybe in my second page, I'll do another photo, maybe this one. Okay. And then let's change this one. Let's do maybe another photo. Again, guys, I'm just doing random photos because I just wanted to show you. Okay. So let's go back to our first page. So for this first page, you can either drag your photo to enlarge it to occupy the whole sheet, okay? But that takes time. It takes time to drag a photo and occupy the whole sheet, right? So there's actually a faster way of doing that. So I'll just simply undo, Control Z, okay? All you have to do is right click on your sheet, okay? Right click, and just, or sorry, right click on your picture, your image, and simply look, set image as background. Okay. Again, set image as background, and there you go. It maximizes the picture already. So that saves you a lot of time already, right? So let's do it again. Go to my second page. Again, right click your image and just simply set image as background. And there you go. One click, less than a second, right? So that's one pro tip again to how to create like a photo and it's within that size already. Okay. There's also another way of putting photos into your page other than just simply maximizing the sheet. Okay. So another thing that I want to show you is let's go to this again, the left side of our Canva. Okay, go to elements. Okay, again, go to elements and search elements. You have this very powerful tool in Canva. It's called frame. Okay, so type in frame, enter. And as you can see, these frames they look like a sky and a mountain right here, like cartoonish kind of. So then see all, okay, oops. Right, there you go. So these frames are like, they're just kind of like templates that act as a template and then you can put a file into it. So what do I mean by that? So let's just put this one. So if you want to put this in your page, just simply click, right? And maybe you just want a picture that kind of stays within this frame, something like that, right? Because again, when you're creating your Facebook ads, I believe a part of the size of the ad, like it gets occupied by something else. Sometimes your text is right here, especially in your conversion ad, it says sign up or learn more. And then on the upper part, it says your name or it says like ad. So try to keep your frame or the main things of your video like within this frame. Okay, something I think it's a 1 by 1 size, something like that. Maybe add a background picture or something like that. Okay, so what is a frame? So again, let's go back to our uploads. If I click on this picture again, okay, I can just simply click and drag that photo within that frame, right? Easy. It's a lot easier. It's like creating your own template, and it allows you to be more creative. Like there's a bunch of frames right here. Like look at this one. It looks like a broken sheet of paper, and I think I find that really artistic. So you can even do that as well. So let's say this photo right here that I have, and you could just simply put it right there. Okay. So that's another pro tip. Use the frames. Use it. I swear, just use it. It's very creative, and I believe it saves you a lot of time. Okay. So that's just one thing that I wanted to show you guys. Let me just delete the elements that I don't really want. Oops. Okay. So that's frame. So now you know how to upload them. So now how do we actually rearrange them? Or wait, edit videos. How do we edit, right? Okay. So I'll just put it back into something like this. Okay. So now we know how to upload. Okay. So now you have your we have 3 pages right now, right? Okay, so when you're creating a series of photos as a video, what you would want to do is have some sort of like a transition. Okay, what is a transition? So if I go here, okay, at the very beginning, I'm just dragging my mouse right here. If you click on it, on this play button right here, okay, as you can see, it's playing right now, and it's very bland, nothing, just very sharp transitions of your images. Okay, so my suggestion, like design wise, like have a transition in between those pages. It's just a lot smoother and it's just a lot nicer in the eyes when you have like series of pictures and then you can put a transition in between. So what do I mean by a transition? It's either you put an animation in your photo or you could just simply, once you go in between your pages right here, okay, as you see, I point in between my pages and you have this icon right here that says add transition. Okay, so once you click on it, okay, you'll have these transitions available for you. So it gives you a preview already just by simply pointing at it. I'm not clicking it yet, but it shows you what it would look like, right? So that allows you to have like a better vision already of your video. So for this one, maybe let's do a color wipe, right? And then you also have the option if you go down to the options right here, like which direction you would want. Again, my suggestion is just play around with it. because we could go all and all about this. It would take us forever. But if you play around with this by yourself, you'll learn a lot more, right? So, and then at the bottom of it, it says apply between all pages. Maybe you want to apply this transition to all of your pages. Okay, so you can just simply click on that. And as you can see, it applied automatically to in between my pages. So that saves you a lot of time already, correct? So don't forget to add transition, especially when you're doing a series of photos. All right, so just to recap, we know how to create our design, our size, and our templates. Okay, we know how to upload. Okay, we know how to add our pages, and we know how to make some transitions, correct? So, next one. Okay. Oh, for this one, guys, as you notice, the seconds on my pages, it's now 4.5. If you want to shorten the let's say the time of that image, maybe it's too long or maybe it's too fast, what you could just do is just simply wait for that, just click on that page and wait for that double-headed arrow to show up and just simply drag it. Okay. If you drag it, you lengthen your frame. Okay. Or if I drag it back and then you shorten your frame. So that's just how you lengthen the element or the framing of your pages. Okay? All right. It's gonna be a little bit different on video. If you have a video uploaded on a page, I'll show it to you later on. Okay? All right. Next one. Next one is adding your other elements. What are other elements? Maybe your audios, your text, right? So how do you actually add your elements? And what are elements are for? Elements is to enhance your visual. Okay, so maybe you have a photo, but what does that photo mean, right? So sometimes you have to add a text to it, like a secondary, right? So in adding your text, all you have to do is go here again and then look for text. Okay, just simply click, and then you can add a text box. Text box, okay. At the bottom, there's also a lot of templates here, but since I have Canva Pro, I think these are like usable for me. But then the ones who doesn't have Pro, I think some of them are not usable. But it's okay. You could always choose a different font. You could always choose your different designs, right? So for this one, just simply, let's say this one, I want to use this. Okay. So once I click on it, it would be on your page already. Okay. So if I click on it, there you go. There's that purple highlight. You have those white clips that you can actually just click and drag, and that allows you to enlarge your font, okay, together. Okay. So for this one, guys, as you can see, they're combined. There's two texts in here, and I don't know how to separate them. So how do you actually separate them? Meaning these elements or these texts are grouped. So how do you ungroup something? So just simply click on it, okay, and just simply click ungroup. Okay, so once you ungroup it, so the word cheers and the to the new year separates. So that's how you do it. Okay, so same thing. It's just like if you want to group them again. Okay, so if you want to group them again, same thing. You just have to simply right click and choose group. But if you're choosing multiple elements at the same time, how do you do it? Okay, so for that, just simply click. Okay, so I selected my first line of text. And for me to select my second line of text, all you have to do is hold the shift key on your keyboard. Okay, again, hold the shift key on your keyboard and click. And that allows you to select more than two elements at the same time. Okay, so now I have selected that text, just simply group. Okay, so now they're grouped, meaning I can move them anywhere I want together. Even when I enlarge it, it's together. They're scaled together. Okay, so that's one pro tip. Try to group your elements once you're done editing, just so it's easier to move. Okay, so let's say this text, I want to use it, and I edited it, I changed the font, the size, and I want to duplicate it on my next page. So how do I do it? So for me to duplicate it on my next page, I just have to simply you could just simply do your keyboard, your Control C, okay, to copy, or you could just simply copy, okay, go to your next page, okay, and right click and just simply paste. Okay, so it's now in your second page on the exact same place, exact same style. All right. So that's how you add text. So it saves you time, right? Okay. Another thing about text is that let's say I want to duplicate it. So the best way to duplicate it is, again, do your right click. You have a lot of options here. This one, duplicate, let's click on it, and now you have the duplicate of that text, the copy of that text. So let's say I want to edit it. Let's change cheers into, let's say, hooray, right? And I want to change maybe the font of it. So if you want to change the font, just simply highlight, go right here, change the font, maybe something like this. Okay. So I find it that I like this better than the font on the cheers. So how do I change the font of the cheers without using so much time? So what I can just do is just simply do a right click and choose copy style. Okay, again, copy style. And then as you can see, my mouse icon changed into like a paintbrush, and just simply click on this one, and now it changes the font on its own. So you can use that in anything. You can use that in let's say a photo or a video. Maybe you edited a photo, you change it to a black and white, and you want to use that same style to all of the photos that you have. You could just simply use copy style. So that saves you a lot of time already. So that's another pro tip. Okay? So now you know how to add your text, right? Another thing for text, if you want to animate it, just simply click on it. Okay. Go to animate. It's kind of like transition, but it's a per element thing instead of like a as a whole page, right? So as you can see, you also have a lot of animate here options, play around with it. Again, once you point onto that option, it will give you a quick preview of what it would look like, right? So maybe you want something like this and just simply click on it, and then it shows you both on enter or on exit, meaning when you're the on enter is when you enter into that page, on exit and meaning when that page is about to end. So that's just what it means, right? Again, play around with it and see what it would look like. Okay. So now you know how to add your text. My next one would be putting audio. Okay. So my suggestion in terms of like design, let's say you have a lot of series of photos and you want to use it as an ad. For me, try to put like at least an audio to it, like a background music, or maybe you're talking in the background, right? So have something like that. So good thing about Canva, it actually has an audio, like free audios that you can use like music backgrounds. So just simply go to elements again, okay? And just simply type in a word that resonates to your ad. So let's say something uplifting, okay, or motivational, something like that. Just type in that word, uplifting. Okay. Oh, go to all. Yeah. And there you go. You have that audio options already. Okay. So you could just simply click on it. So if I click on it, okay, it adds that audio at the bottom. Okay. So it added kind of like halfway through my page because my icon is right there. So I could just simply drag it like that, and that would be my audio. Okay. So that's how easy it is to put in audio. You can even like upload your own audio. Maybe you're using a different software and getting your audio, so you can do that as well. And for me, a pro tip would be if you have a series of frames and you have a background music, my suggestion would be try to sync your pages with your music. Like it's just so easy in the eyes and in the ears when you see something transitioning within a beat of a music, right? But then how do you do that? Like, do I have to count? Like, do I have to keep hearing the music and then count the number of seconds per frame, right? No. All you have to do, okay, as you can see, you have this like bigger line marks. Let me just, I think my screen is too small. Let's just zoom in a little bit. There you go. So you have this bigger like white line marks on your audio. Okay. Those are your beats, like the beats that you have on your audio. What you can do is just simply like drag your frame within that beat. As you can see, Canva allows you to align it with that your framing, right? But then another easier option would be just simply right click on your audio. Again, right click on your audio and choose beat sync. Okay. So the beat sync is that it automatically do it for you. You don't have to do it frame by frame. You just simply click on it. Okay. And then it will ask you to sync now, and then just simply sync now. Okay. And there you go. Now that your frames are now within the beats. Okay, that already makes your video a lot more professional looking, a lot more like smoother in transition, right? So that's how you add your audio. Okay? So there's a lot more like in terms of editing. Okay? So now we know how to add our elements. The next step would be fine tuning. Fine tuning is the editing. Okay. So what is editing? Editing is, let's say you want to, maybe you don't want your photos too bright, or maybe your text cannot be seen so much. Maybe you want to emphasize your text a little bit more, or maybe your audio is not really, you want to fade it a little bit, or maybe it's too loud. So that's fine tuning, right? So for that one, let me just, there you go. Okay. So if you want to fine tune a photo, so just, or an element, just simply click on it. Okay. You have your toolbox right here where you could edit any element. You have your colors. Maybe you want to change the color of a text, a color of a background, a color of an element, or you can also just simply click on edit right here. Oops. Okay. Sorry. Edit. Okay. And as you can see, you have a lot of effects. Again, I have Canva Pro, so maybe it looks different on you. So I have adjust. Okay, so adjust is more like how you adjust photos in your phone, like the brightness, contrast, vibrance, saturation. So you can do it in Canva too. So you don't have to edit your photos in your phone and then put it on Canva. You can do it directly on Canva. So you can adjust, again, just play around with it. There's really no formula for it. It's just really what looks good for you. Okay. And then other than that, you also have like I think AI tools. There are some AI tools that you could use here. There's like magic erase. So if there's like a certain part of your photo that you would want to erase, this is something that I use a lot. This is called blur. It's just some when I want to emphasize something and I just want to blur a little bit of the background, I do that a lot. So just click on blur. Okay. Intensity meaning how blurry you would want it to be. So sometimes I just change it and then I just change my brush size. Okay, and as you can see, once I click on it, it blurs whatever I click. Okay, so I think that's a very useful tool, especially when we're trying to leverage a photo or like somebody's post and we want to like not put everything in the post correct, like the amount of money that they earn or something like that. So I think blur is a very useful one. Okay. So that's another pro tip. Okay. And what else? I think there's also an AI tool here. I'm not sure where it is right now. Is let's say you have a very small photo and you kind of want to widen it, or so AI would do something like it would widen the photo for you or something like that. So there's also something like that in Canva. Okay. So that's how you edit your photos, your videos, your elements. Okay, what about some text? Okay, let's go back to this first page right here. As you can see, I have a background photo and I have a text, but I can barely read the text. Okay, so in terms of design, we have this thing called squint test. Squint meaning like you squint your eye and then try to look into your design and try to check what do you see first. So as a viewer, what do you want to see first? What do you want to enhance? Right? So for me, I can't see the word cheers. So what I would do is just simply click on it, and there's this thing called effects on text. Okay, so go on effects. Okay, and you have the styles right here. Try to give your text a background, just so it would kind of like more lifted. It would look more lifted in your against your photo. So you have this thing called shadow. Okay, you have lift. Okay, and then again, there's a lot of like things that you can play around here, like intensity, shadow, like you can even change the color of that shadow, right? So something like that. It's all about playing around with it and what works for you. Okay, so now I can see my text a little bit better. Not the best, but a little bit better, right? So let's say I'm happy with that. I still want to emphasize my text without really obscuring my photo. So what I can do is I could add another element. So if I go to my element and let's say I want to add like a square or like a background into it. Okay. And then let's just click on this one. Okay. So as you can see, I'm already layering things like elements on top of elements. So how do I actually arrange my elements and what do I want to see first? Okay. So for that one, just simply click on that element and go to position. Okay. And then when you're in your position, you can just simply bring your element behind something or in front of something. So that's what position does. Or if you find it easier, what you can do is also just right click one element. Again, that's right click and just simply click on layer. Okay, and then show layers. So now you can see all the elements that in your page and you can just simply click and drag. Okay, and now you can see, right? It's a lot better. So it's called layers. So you know what's in front of another or what's on top of another. Okay, so now that I can see my text again, what I can do now is I could just simply drag my box. Okay, again, Canva has this guides where you can just simply align it on the center automatically. Okay, so now I have my box. I have another element. Now I can see my text more. But I feel like for me, as design perspective, I'm kind of not seeing my background photo anymore. So what do I do? For that one, you could just simply change the color, maybe. Okay, let's see. Let's change the color. Or what you could do is go to transparency. So transparency is how you see how opaque something is. Okay, for the transparency, all you can do is go to your toolbox again on top and look for transparency right here. And then just drag that button right there. So as you can see, I can see my photo a little bit more, right? But I can also see my text. So that's the beauty of putting an element behind it, creating your layers. Okay. And then maybe I just want to round my corners of my box just so it's a little bit easier on the eyes. Okay, so that's how you select your elements, how you put your layers. Okay, and that's how you also fine tune your text. Okay, so next one. So for this one, let's say I'm done, I'm happy. What you would want to do is just play it one more time, just so you know you like what you're seeing. Let's say I have a series of text. Oops, might be too loud. Okay, you have a series of text already, right? Maybe you like your transition, you're happy with it, you're just playing it now. And let's say you want to download it, okay? So for you to download this file that we did, just simply go on File, okay, and just simply click on Download, okay? So for this one, it's just, I think it's the basic MP4 video, and just click on download. Make sure you have all the pages. It should say select all because of course you want to download all your pages, right? And just simply click done and then click download, and then it should go straight to your download files in your desktop. Okay, so that's how you create a series of photos as a video, like just design per se. Okay, so now before I go to the video side, any questions, guys? Okay lang ba? Oh, masyadong mabilis ah.
No, I think we follow it step by step. That's a good pace.
Okay,
Good
okay. Thank
job.
you, coach. Okay. All right. So for let's say so I'm done with the series of photos as a video. Okay, so now let's do an actual video ad. Okay. So for this one, guys, I would teach you on how to put in captions, how to save some time putting in captions, okay, or how to put in a photo on top of a video or something like that, how to edit your audio. Maybe you'd want to remove the audio of a certain video that you have because you're overlaying layers, correct? Okay, so let's do that. So for this one, I'll just start fresh. Okay, I'll just go back to my Canva and I'll just create another design and just do a mobile video again. Okay, so we're starting fresh. It's just a new type of ad. We're doing videos. Okay, so for this one, since I already told you or I've mentioned or taught you how to upload your elements, I'll just simply go to on upload. Okay, I've prepared a video here. This is me talking when we were on vacation, trying to advertise the business. So I'll just put it here. So I'll simply click on it.
I just wanted to show you how
Okay.
amazing.
So once you click on it, it's automatically on your page, right? Okay, for this one. Again, for me, it's either I put in a background photo or I just put this video as the background itself. Okay, so since I taught you how to put it as a background itself, I'll show you how to put in a different background, maybe just like a square element, and just like this, simply click on it. There you go, and then just drag that and just position it behind it. Okay, and maybe have, oops, and then have that as my main video. Okay, so for this one, since we're doing a video, it's very important for you to know your audio. Okay, so this video, it has an audio. I'm talking in this video. What you would want to do is just make sure when you go to your audio, okay, it's all right. It's at 100. Okay. A pro tip for this one is that go to like maybe YouTube or something and play a video. Maybe if you're listening in your earphones or in your speaker, just play a video and see what's the volume that works for you, and just try to match that with your video. Because sometimes you know when you're going through your reels or your Facebook and then you stumble upon like a very loud video all of a sudden, so your first reaction would just be skipping it. So try to avoid like a very loud audio, because mangyayari is that if someone sees your video and it's just too loud, they will just skip it. They won't even look at it anymore. So try to have like, I think the most important part is your audio. Just make sure it's not too, it's readable. Okay. That's my thing. Just make sure it's not too loud, not too soft. Okay. So for this one, again, I'm talking in this video. So what I would want to add here is just simply the captions of what I'm saying. Okay. Back then, when I didn't know this trick, I used to do my captions by myself. Like I add text one by one and then I adjust it, which took me like forever. But then now I figured that you can actually put in captions, or Canva can put in the captions for you. All you have to do is upload your video, which we did. Okay. And just simply go to your tools right here. It says captions right here. I'm not sure if this is a pro thing. I think it's not, but hope it's not. So just simply click on captions. Okay. And then you have that option to generate the captions for you. So for that one, just simply generate captions, click on it. Okay. And there you go. One click, done. Okay. You have, if I play on it,
I just wanted to show
oops. Yep. If I play on it.
wanted to show you how amazing
So
this business
Canva
has been for
already
me. I joined the business.
put in the captions for you, and it's timed perfectly on when you're saying those words. Okay, so that's the beauty of Canva. It can do the automatic captions for you. So I really like that. So my tip would be when you're doing your videos, just make sure you're talking. You don't have a lot of background noise. You're talking your words are clear, right? So that AI, because it's an AI tool, so that AI could actually hear your words and translate them into words, correct? So for this one, you could still edit that text because it's still an element. So as you can see, if I click on it, you could still edit it. Maybe you want to change, let's say, the font, right? Or if you want to change the placement of it, you can still drag it. But I believe for the AI caption, you can't change the timing anymore because it's already naturally in sync with your video. Okay? So that's one tip in creating captions for your video. So that saves you a lot of time. Okay? So next, let's say while I'm talking in this video, I want to show like pop-up photos. Let's say there's a video and when I'm talking about, let's say, me working, so I want to put in a photo of me working, something like that. So how do I do that? So go to your elements. For me, the easiest way is always put in a frame first before you put in your photo. Okay? So again, remember when I mentioned frame? So type in frame. Okay? And then click on frame, right? And maybe I would want to pop in the photo. I don't really want it to cover my face, let's say. I want it somewhere right there. Okay. And then go to my uploads, go to my images, So maybe this is like the photo that I would want to put in that frame. So again, what I would do is just simply drag it and that it would fit in that frame. Okay? But then I noticed that I don't like how I look in that frame. I kind of want to adjust the photo within that frame. So you can do that actually. So what you do, it would just simply click on that and go to this one right here, says crop. Okay, so click on crop. So this is the photo as a whole, and you can kind of see where the frame is, correct? So what you would do is just simply drag it so you know you're within that frame, right? So you can drag it. You can even like make it bigger, enlarge it, and still drag it a little bit like that. So that's the beauty of frame, right? You could adjust your photo, you could adjust it. So remember when I mentioned I just want that photo to pop up when I'm talking. I don't want it to be on the whole length of my video. So how would I make sure that it's just within the right frame? Okay. So again, this is just one sheet and then I put in my video, right? And then I have a pop-up photo. So what I would do is just simply click on that photo, do a right click, okay, and then show element timing. Again, click on element timing. And there you go. You can see you have this photo. This is the one right here. It's the whole length of the video. But then I would want, let's just say I would just want it, maybe some parts of it. So for you to do that, just simply drag it. Okay. Maybe like I would want it to pop it somewhere right here. Maybe I'm talking about myself and then I just want that picture to pop right there. Okay. So for you to check that, you could just simply do your preview.
I just wanted to show
So
you
now I'm
how
talking,
amazing
right?
this business has been
And
for
let's see
me.
if
I
that
joined the
photo would
business
pop up on the right
last
timing.
June to 2024, and right now it is October. So it has been months
See,
of
now you see the photo pop
trying
up.
and building up this
Okay.
business. Every day it's growing, and for me it's
And now it's
amazing
gone
because
because
right now
you shorten that frame. So that's how you check the framing of that photo. Do your element timing. Okay? So you can do multiple photos and then you can just simply adjust where they pop up. Again, all you have to do is do a right click and then show element timing. Okay? So maybe I want to do one more. So again, I'll show you one more maybe and then catch that. Let's say what I could do is I could just simply duplicate this one. Okay, so once you duplicate it, as you notice, it would just be on the same like time. Again, just simply click on it and just adjust the frames, adjust the time. Maybe I would want to pop it somewhere in the end, and maybe I would want it somewhere, maybe somewhere here. Let's see. Oops. When you're having a hard time selecting elements, just try to zoom in, okay? Because sometimes it's kind of hard to like find your elements when you have a lots of layers. And then as you notice, I can't see it. It's because it's way behind. So just go back to position and oh, I think it's already in there. So let's see if it's there. Just double checking. There you go. So I drag it a little bit below. So now you can see. You can place it anywhere and then you can time where you want to pop it. So that's the beauty of Canva with the frames and editing your photos. You can even crop it. Okay, you can actually even put an animation to it too. So let's say you don't want like a sharp pop-up, you could do an animate, maybe um like a blur or like a baseline. There you go. So if just drag your mouse right here and then just wait for it to load and then do another
opportunity
quick
for you.
preview and
Remember, life
there you
is
go.
all about
Now you
finding
see
the
it.
right opportunity for you that aligns with
Okay,
your
so that's how you put in a video and then a photo on top of a video. Okay. So let's say you want to do a series of videos, but it's not really a video of you talking. Maybe it's just a video of you like traveling, maybe. Okay, and then you're just maybe doing a voiceover, right? So for that one, just make sure when you're doing a series of videos with not you talking, just make sure you remove your your background noise, right? Because you would want to just do like maybe a background music while those videos are playing, right? So for that one, let's say I'll open another page right here, go to my video, okay, and then we have this video here of us being in a concert, and I don't really need to hear like the background noise of it. So all you have to do is simply click on that audio, go to audio, and just remove that volume. Okay. So once you remove that volume, the video will play, but now you can't hear anything. So now you can put in your voice or a voiceover or like a background music. So my suggestion would be always create layers. Create your audio. If you're doing a voiceover, but if you still have a background music, make sure your background music is not louder than your voiceover. Okay. Again, you could adjust your volumes here. You can even do a fade. So what is a fade? So when I add a background music, let's say here, I'll go back to my first page because I'm talking here. And let's say I still want to add like a background music to it. Again, just simply go to your elements, go to audio. Let's say I'm just doing something really random here, see y'all. Let's say instrumental as a background music. Okay. Okay, the first one that I saw. Okay. So again, just simply click on your audio, go to fade. So fade is just like the when you hear your music, it won't be like too sharp. It would be like it will start mellow and it will get louder, right? So same thing with fade out. So the music will gradually get like lower in volume. So that's just how it is. So for me, I usually do a fade and a fade out just so the transition of my voice within the background music is a lot smoother instead of just it being blasted on your ears, correct? So just always try to do a fade, okay? And with this one, you can also manipulate your music on when you would want to start it. Maybe you want to use two kinds of music. Maybe you're going for an ad that you start a little bit mellow, like you're trying to share your pain, so it's a little bit more like an emotional, right, type of background music. And then once you get towards the end, maybe you're trying to share like, oh, you found something that really works for you, or now you're enjoying your life. So you would want a background music that's more uplifting. So that's if you want to create two audios, again, it's just simply the same concept of like clicking and dragging, like what I'm doing right now, in terms of editing your audio. Okay. So yes, you can actually put in more audios, like for example, like this one, and there you go. So Canva already allowed me to combine it together. So same thing. Or you can even like overlap them. So if you overlap them, just make sure that you do a fade or the other one is not as loud as the other one. So something like that. So again, there's a lot of ways to work around your layers. You can always overlap. Okay, so that's how you add your audio. That's how you add your fade. That's how you adjust your volume. And always go back to your preview because sometimes you miss one word or you miss one element. I don't want it to be there. So always go back to your preview and just see it as a whole before you do your final download. Okay, so that's how you add your elements. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything in terms of the tips that I wanted to share with you. So, how about you guys? Do you have any questions? Maybe there's like a specific thing that you would want to do in Canva and you don't know how to do it. Any questions?
Bea, thank you so much for this very nice presentation. So I do have a question. What if
Yes.
I want to add in between, let's pretend I'm a mom and
hmm
then I want to be with my family and then you want to add like a specific family video. But it's not my family video, but just like a random generic family video.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question, Coach. So for this one, actually, Canva also has some AI generated videos. So if you go to your elements, okay, oops, elements. Okay. Balik tayo. Because right now I'm in my audio. Just simply you can do all or you can go to videos. If you want like a family video coach, you can just type in your prompt. Let's say a family, right? And then just simply enter. So it would give you a lot of like clips of that family that you would want, like a generic family or maybe a photo. You can also go to photos and it would show you like different kinds of family already. So same thing, if you show something in here that you really like, you can also layer a video on top of a video. So let's say I want this, they look fun. So again, just adjust. Again, ideally you would put in a frame first before you add your video because I find it easier to edit. But then let's say I have this, right? You can, same thing, you can also edit it. Edit meaning you can cut it, you can shorten it. So if I click on it and go to this one, it says trim. Okay, maybe you don't want it to be that long of 9.9 seconds. You can always edit it. And then you can even choose within that frame, you can choose like specifically which frame you would want to use. So you can just simply drag it like this one. So maybe mas gusto ko yung dito na tumatawa na sila, something like that, like a specific scene. So you can do that as well. So it could be, so Canva has a lot of that AI generated as well. Meaning, when it's something like this, you can only find it in Canva. It's not in Google, it's not in anything. Okay? So same thing with photos. Just always type in a prompt or whatever you would want to put in your video, because I get it. Not We don't always have videos, we don't always have something to share. I think for me, I find it easier when I find other testimonials and I put it on my ad, something realistic, right? Or what I do personally, because sometimes I just video myself. Whatever I'm doing, I'm cooking, I video myself. I'm working out, I video myself. I know back then I find it like, if I feel weird that people are videoing themselves, or when they're on vacation they're taking a lot of photos. But honestly, for me, I understand now that if you're not hurting anyone, if you're not bothering anyone, it's okay, because no one really cares. It's really up to you, and it's for your memories. For me, I do it for the memories that I did this with my family. So from now on, guys, my tip would be just always take videos, take photos, whatever it is, keep it as a memory, and you'll never know that someday you can use it, not just for an ad or for yourself. It's just simply to keep as a memory. So that's another tip that I would give for you guys. Any questions? Did I answer your question, Coach?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think Suzette has a message here on the chat. She said,
Mhm.
Thank you, Bea. You're giving Katrina O'Malley vibes.
Oh, thank you. Future TV personality. Let's go.
Woohoo! I
So
love
for
guys, I want you to have question to
yes, before I wrap it
Bea,
up.
because I think we have Gladys here, we got Lynn. You guys can ask question. I know you guys we are learning into this
This is
stage and
something,
everything.
ano din, Coach,
Yeah,
right?
it
This is
would
something that you could maybe relay on your downline in the future, right? So something like that.
That's true. That's true. So guys, you could unmute yourself and ask question because asking question gives you what we call this answer, and then answer you share it to other people. That's make it to our brain some good memory. Let's
Yes.
do it. The floor is yours, guys. Unmute yourself and ask question. This is
Mhm.
free, no talent
Yes.
fee.
No
It's
talent
all with
fee,
love.
promise.
So ask question right now.
Or if you're shy, guys, like you could always message me anytime. Like I'll answer. If you want a one-on-one Zoom, I don't mind. Like I think yung design, it's really been my passion. So I find ways to do it really effectively and efficiently. So yung mga tips na to, I just discovered them myself. But if you're, let's say if you want a specific thing, don't be afraid to Google it or just YouTube it. There's a lot of tutorials now online. But then if you can't really find it, or maybe you found it but you can't really understand, feel free to message me anytime.
Hey
And
guys, don't be
always,
shy. It's
always
Friday. Let's
practice.
do it.
It's always practice. I think there's a lot of tips pa, Coach, like copy pasting, ganyan. Maybe pag kailangan niyo talaga ng time saving, I could give more sessions maybe in the future or something like that.
So, okay, I'm gonna ask question because people are here, our friends here are so quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend you have a vision, an idea of what would like your idea for your what we call this for your ads. Like let's pretend it's conversion ads. So
Okay.
now you're gonna start like you can shoot a video at the same day, right? You can just figure it out. Okay, you have your intro. You
Mm-hmm.
can clip it for a couple of seconds, just keep shooting your video, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can pick which one your
Oh,
best
yes,
the
Coach. So
video.
for example, yeah, that's a good question. So let's say you only have one video, but you only want to use parts of it, correct? Or like
Mhm.
certain parts of it. So for that one, Coach, let's say I'll start fresh lang this para lang new file lang tayo. Okay. Let's say this one. Yep. And then I'll just add another page dito, coach. Let's say I want to use that one video clip, but then parts of it I would put it in different pages, right? So I'll just go back to uploads and videos, and then I'll choose that same video that I used a while ago. Let's say this
I
one
just
right
wanted to
here.
show you
Okay. So again, to edit your video, correct? Let's go to this, the one that has the scissor sign. Just simply
how
click on it.
amazing this business
Okay.
has been.
And then let's say I just want to use the first clip of it. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So I just simply drag it. Okay. And then set video as background. And then maybe rearrange ko lang. On the next page, I'll still use that same video because there's still a clip or a frame in that video or a scene that I still want to use. So just add it to a different page, right? So what I would do is just go back to my uploads and add that same
I
video.
just wanted to show you
So same thing, just go to your trim
how amazing
and
this
then look for that scene that you would want. Okay, maybe it's towards this part right here. Okay. And then again, right click, set video as background. So now you use different clips, okay? But it's the same video. Is that what you mean, coach? Something like that? Na parang dire-diretso lang yung shoot
Yes.
mo, but you can use it
Yes.
multiple
Mm-hmm.
times. Yes. So just
Mm-hmm.
simply add a new page and add that video again and just trim the parts that you would want.
I love it.
Yes. Good question, coach. I like that.
Because it's free, so I can ask more questions.
Yes. Free. Ngayon lang ako free. Nagkataon.
Hi, Bea.
And
How are you? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
hi, hello.
I just have a quick question. Like, for
Yes, for
example,
sure.
if I'm doing a video and if I want to sync the text while I'm talking, is it 100% accurate that it's going to catch the right words?
Uh,
Or
um, for this one, I've tried it. It did catch the right words for me. But then if it did not, you could always edit like the certain words. So for example, if I added that caption, right? So let's say I added that caption. Because I tried it last night, it did sync like the right way, the right timing. You could still like edit,
oh,
you
okay.
can still edit certain words. Like maybe it was a wrong spelling, right? And also if it's a different language, that I'm not sure. I haven't tried that. So, but I think you can still edit like a few words and it would still be
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Any more questions, guys? Again, just play around always and then try to do the basic stuff first. You'll get my I guess my tip for you guys like um with B, if you find it really hard, especially for people who are not tech savvy, I know it's like we have to embrace this new AI thing. We have to embrace this new technology. And I feel the same way because coming from drafting school or from architecture school, back then we just really do drawings by hand. Naabutan ko pa yun. Like we just do drawings by hand. And then the computer started and I was so bitter about it because everyone for me back then my vision was like everyone can do computer because if you study computer then everyone can do it. I think it was like a prideful thing back then. I was still like, a little bit younger and I couldn't afford to find I couldn't afford to have my own laptop so I still was doing like hand drafting. And I find it really unfair back then because my classmates were doing the PC and I was left behind because I was doing everything manually. But then I realized that the world is adapting, so we should adapt too because you just have to embrace it. Like it's like nandyan na eh. It's a tool, so might as well use it. Something like that, right? So again, just find the software that works for you and for me, if you find it really hard to start at first, like you find it really uncomfortable, it's not easy, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be not easy, at least at first. It's because nothing good in life comes easy. Like maghihirap ka muna talaga. Because sabi nga nila, if there's no resistance, right, you won't gain any strength. So embrace the difficulty. And that's how you get better in time. So just practice.
I
So
love
that's
that,
my word of
Bea.
wisdom. Yeah.
I
So,
agree.
yeah. Any questions, guys?
I love questions. Come on, guys. Don't be
Yes.
shy.
Kasi baka may certain idea kayo tapos hindi ko na share. So, so just ask.
You don't need a win campaign to create your
Yeah.
ads. You just
Mm-hmm.
need to ask
Yeah.
question and keep practicing, and you can show it to us. We can help you
Yeah.
look at it. What else needs to modify as a viewer, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, just like a drop-in kind of thing. Then
Mm-hmm.
together as a team, we can help each other to create a
Mm-hmm.
nice video ads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of
that's
the
true.
coach and team, because Canva allows you to be collaborative with the team as long as you have email. I think we can do like our group videos now because we can all do our editing on our own. Maybe there's just one leader and then you put in your own video and you could do your own elements and then something collaborative. Maybe we could do that in the future.
I
Like
think
maybe a
that's with
group.
Pro,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It
Like the,
comes
like
with
a
Pro.
group. Yeah. I think Tita, yeah, it comes with Pro.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's really nice, Bea. Thank you so much
Yeah, thank you.
sharing
Thank you
your
guys for having me. I hope I didn't take too much of your time or
I
whatever.
messaged you, okay?
Okay, I'll check it. I'll check it either.
So I think for us, the takeaway lesson for tonight is create what's your vision for your ads. Okay, so
Yes.
you can write down your what we call your script, prepare for it,
Mm-hmm.
shoot your video,
Mm-hmm.
and then practice, and then continue again with the ads, and then so you want to make sure you have a intro, you capture
Yes.
your audience in just 5 seconds. You get your hooks, your
Yes, always
pinpoints.
have a call to action in the end. Any,
Yeah.
right? Always
Mhm.
have a
Always a
call to.
clear CTA at the end, they said.
Mm-hmm.
At the training
Yes.
site, you have to put, what do you expect, or what do
Mm-hmm.
you want the
Mm-hmm.
viewer to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, these days, I feel like anything could be an ad. You could just be cooking and talking. That could be an ad.
Mm-hmm.
So don't overthink it. I think back then I overthink it, but now I feel like anything could be an ad. So and just make it very personalized to you, like what speaks to you. Try not to compare it with others because maybe your demographic is different from
Mm-hmm.
their demographic, right? So
That is
just try
true.
to make it about yourself. The beauty of art is creating it based on your style, your personality, and what speaks to you as a person, right? So yeah.
I agree. So I think I have a message with Geraldine on the chat. She says, how about making our video as ads as a group? What do
Oh,
you guys think of?
like as a collaborative, like as a team member coach, parang
Yeah.
ganon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for that one, I think Tita mentioned it, like it might come with the pro, but all you have to do is add in your group. I think it's right here. If I go to home and then create there you go. It has invite people, and that's how you invite maybe your members or your downlines. You invite them, and then you can create like um like a design altogether. Para siyang, it's like Microsoft Teams. Now you can edit all at once, parang all at the same time. I think that's how they do it. So yeah, I think for this one it has like it might be a subscription thing for this one. But then again, I think when you're creating a design, now let's see, tingnan natin. Um, I think there's a file here where you could let's see, version history. No. Yeah, it might have to be like a subscription thing. I think one of you might have to do a subscription, and then you could allow your other invites to join in with the editing, something like that. I think Google has it free though. Pero parang hindi siya design. It's more like presentation, like parang PowerPoint or something. Parang ganun lang. Let's see. Any more questions, guys?
Okay, so guys, if you don't have any questions, so I can
Mhm.
stop the recording, and
Yes.
I'll save this, I'll upload it to my YouTube, and then I'll send you the link. Please save this on your laptop or desktop or anything else, because this reference will really help you step by step, because advertising or creating an ads is just our spices, or kind of like our bridge for success. So that's just something that we're really thankful, and we're grateful for Bea for walking us through this step-by-step process, and creating creative ads.
Be creative. That's my line. Be creative, guys.